What is up, guys? Free01 here, and welcome to my review for chapter 997 of Detective Conan, Haibara's Mood. Let's do this. Alright guys, so this chapter was a pretty simple chapter overall, right? There's a little bit of a mystery because we're going after basically a phone charm that Haibara is kind of very attached to. It was something that was a Higo-san, basically little plushy toy. He actually touched it and all that kind of, and that's why it's so important to Haibara. As we know, Haibara has a massive crush on him. What ends up happening? She ends up losing it on the train when the train kind of suddenly stops, kind of breaks, and kind of sends everyone kind of flying. What ends up happening is she doesn't realize it at first. By the time they get back to Professor Agasa's house, that's when she realizes. And we also realize that Michiko actually, when he goes to show the pictures, has actually started recording. And he's recorded pretty much ever since from that stop and where he got up to check his phone. That's when he hit the record button. He had been recording from that time until they got to Professor Agasa's house and he went to go start showing the pictures. Because of that, they were able to find a man that seemed to be picking up said plushie. They called the lost and found, and they basically found it was at Chiyoya, which was pretty far away, and they tried to come up with a way to try to get there to go and pick it up. One way was they're going to kind of end up coming up with this whole idea, I'll just run there, even though it's over 10 kilometers away. They're like, yeah, that's stupid. That ain't going to work. The next idea basically was have Professor Agasa drive them there. But unfortunately, Professor Agasa had lent his car to a friend of his, and he didn't have his car. We didn't have Suzuki or Akai, whatever you want to go with. Suzuki-san come in with a big pot of curry, and basically then the next idea was to ask Suzuki to take him there. But unfortunately, he had to go somewhere as well. But he did say there is a white RX-7 out there that's quite familiar. When we head out, we find out it's Bourbon or Amaru. Alright, whatever you want to go. I'm going to keep calling him Bourbon because I always fuck up his normal name. So Bourbon is out there, and Bourbon actually takes Genta, Michiku, Ayumi, and Conan to the station. They go there, they find the plushie. Unfortunately, it's the wrong one. It's Sanada, not Higo. And only a die-hard fan would notice the difference. Alright, so as they're leaving, we see a suspicious man in our final panels, and that's pretty much where the chapter ends. And we're basically finding out, alright, next week we're going to get a quick resolution to this. So, at the start, I forgot to mention, at the start of the chapter, Conan's trying to butter Haibara up because he wants to borrow the antidote for the APTX drug that basically reverts him to his normal self, even though it's only for a temporary period of time. Haibara basically so he can go on this field trip with Ran, right? Because he wants to spend time with Ran. He does care about her and he wants to be with Ran and everything like that. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens, how he can butter her up, to see if he can actually manage to pull this off. So I think that's the only reason why he's going to so much effort to find this simple little plushie. To hopefully she will owe him one, and by owing him one, she'll give him the drug so he can take it little by little to maintain his actual form. But the only real issue is that Haibara really sees is, yeah, taking it little by little, you will maintain your form, but we don't know the side effects. You know, what's going to happen because you're taking so much of it over such an extended period of time. Also knowing full well that it is temporary, and the length of how long it lasts is unknown for. It's very variable. As far as I know, it's not a set period of time. It's depending very much on the person and what's going on and all that kind of stuff. And there's been a couple of times where Shinichi is nearly given away everything, i.e. London and another case, where he used it, solved the case, and then had to disappear very quickly. And the only reason that kind of saved him was basically because Haibara was there, and she used her wit to boom, 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 come up with a very plausible story and basically kind of get Shinichi out of it. But anyway, guys, overall, for this chapter, the art was solid. Nothing wrong with the art. I enjoyed the art. I'm happy that the Detective Conan is back after 3 long weeks. And yeah, we got a brand new arc, or new mystery, but not really a mystery. It seems like more of a, this is just what's kind of going on till we're leading up to the big 1000th chapter. What's going to happen in the big 1000th chapter? We don't know. We still got 3 weeks until that hits, until that drops. Maybe something big, maybe nothing more. I'm hoping for something big. That's my personal opinion. But yeah, overall, guys, for this chapter, I'm going to give it 3 stars. It was a bit better than average. Not much better than that. And the only reason I give it that extra art, because the art was pretty solid. And we did get a lot of progression. And the fact that this is all going to be wrapped up next week as well, that kind of makes me a bit happy, because this seems like I don't really particularly care at the moment. But that's why it kind of gets that extra half mark, just because it will wrap it up next week quickly. Bang, it's done. Let's move on to some better stuff. But yeah, that is all for me, guys. As always, if you enjoyed the video, smash that thumbs up. It'll be greatly appreciated. Of course, hit that subscribe button if you hadn't done so already. It is completely and totally free, and we all like free shit. And as always, guys, I'm Free01. You guys are awesome. And I'll catch you guys with another review. Peace.
Run away! Run away!